are saying it openly. I am saying it. Nobody can stop the job people from doing what we want to do. They never born that person.
Welcome to News in Nigeria TV. Let us quickly listen to the venting of Asari Dokubo, who has drawn the line with Tinubu, who everybody knows is supported during the 2023 election. At this time, we cannot afford to throw the baby with the bad water. What is going on in River State can never happen without the approval, of course, or the support of the federal government, because Wike seems to be a colossal monster as it were today, where the people who own the resources do not have a say or have been sidelined and suppressed. Let us listen to these words of Asari Dokubo. It is very important for us to listen to it from the beginning to the end. Thank you.
What options is on the table right now from where you sit as far as this issue is concerned?
I don't listen to that trainer. I know him. He was my junior in the university. I know that trainer. I don't listen to him. Most times it's under the influence of substance and all that. So I really don't listen to him.
Alhaji, that's the FCT minister we're talking about here, sir.
Yes, I know him very well. He knows me too. He knows me very well. So most times I've not listened to. I only hear from people, so I hardly comment on what he said because he has never been reasonable. And I feel sad that the political system threw up characters like this, and they become colossus and big, mighty giants. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that whatever he says about Ijaw people, it's okay for us. Because some Ijaw people were with him, celebrating him after he had said all that. I did not hear it because I'm not listening. Some people have said it before me, but I'm not concerned. The important thing is this. Ijaw people, quick platata solo said it. Ijaw people owns the land that these resources are there. And if Ijaw people are threatened, they have the right to defend themselves. We have the right to defend ourselves. We have the right to defend our interests. So whatever anybody says, that is the business of that person. The Ijaws will defend their right. They will defend their interests. The Ijaws must protect their life so that they will survive. Our forefathers handed this legacy to us, and we're going to hand over this same legacy to our own children. It is not Yes or Wike who will tell Ijaw people how we are going to behave, what we are going to do. It's not Yes or Wike. He not qualify at all to tell us. So if pipeline pass in our place and somebody threatens us and take our livelihood from us, and we decide that this pipeline, we don't want it on our land, Yes or Wike cannot stop it. Nobody can stop it. Nobody. We are saying it openly. I am saying it. Nobody can stop the job people from doing what we want to do. They never born that person.
But he also said that the protection of the pipeline, the project or the contract itself, was given to an Ijaw person. So is that going to be a conflict of interest if he or his company is trying to protect the pipeline and the same people are trying to destroy the pipeline?
We have not, we just, when Ijaw takes a decision, then whoever is given anything to do anything fall in line. I don't think an Ijaw man will stand in opposition to the collective interest and survival of Ijaw.
So has a decision been made? Has a decision been given to those pipelines?
I am not, today, I was former president of the Ijaw Nation as president of Ijaw Youth Council. That was about 25 years ago. I am not the president of INC. I am not the president of Ijaw Youth Council. I am not the president or chairman of Ijaw Council of Traditional Rulers and Leaders of Thought. They are chairman. When they call us and we meet, we have not met. The decision has not been taken. But it's very dangerous. It's very difficult. Look, I know Ijaw people. The job people are the easiest people to mobilize. That's why you are seeing it just a tip of the iceberg. You are seeing it just demonstrating in Abuja, demonstrating in Warri, demonstrating in Yenegua, demonstrating in Port Harcourt, demonstrating at Abalama, and everywhere. It just are rising up. The flame is sparking, and it is better. And some of the job people, because of the anger, I have heard so many job people, the anger, women going topless because they are so angry with what they said in statement he has made, which I have not heard directly, and I'm not interested in hearing it. So even before we take decision, some major people can decide to act on their own, and that's the most dangerous. That's the most dangerous. That some major people, they know the fury of the job people, and they want to test it. I wish them the best of luck. I pray that this fury does not come.
Alaji, at the end of the day, we're trying to find a pathway. But let's talk about some of the things that people have been, more like the nuances around. Some people have been saying that the end game is to impeach the governor, and all is being done to that effect. I would like your reaction to that.
My dear brother, make them try now. They have the power, they have the number. Make them try. Make them try. See, this is how it started in the former Western region, Operation Wike. This is how it started in the Western region, little by little. And as somebody who is close to President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, who has so much love for President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, I've been crying out. I've been crying out on top of my 6-story building, calling on Ahmed Bola Tinubu that this cry space, this Goliath you have created in Rivers State, the same way that Goliath fell in other realms, this Goliath will be brought down by the people of Rivers State. And if the Goliath is brought down, the consequences of it will be far-reaching. And that's why I am calling on President Bola Tinubu. The ball is in his court. The matter is on his table. And it's a matter of ultimate urgency that he, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, my friend before, should be able to handle this matter and resolve it. And let there be no victor, no vanquished.
Well, as it is, the governor is a very humane man. What the governor had tolerated, Mr. President, for God's sake, with due respect, didn't tolerate that from Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, the former president. You can see twice now the issue of Rivers State had been before the president, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whom we thought, historians like us, younger persons like us, thought he should serve as a symbol of democracy. But for God's sake, without mixing words, Mr. President he's not even in colors. He's been in color that he's for the destruction of Rivers State. His body language, the first time they went there, you can see the world knew that the agreement was a one-sided one against the governor. And he went as far as implementing them. They reneged. The second meeting again was the man just came out from the Supreme Court humiliation, which has never happened to anybody. He didn't tolerate that in Lagos. The next thing Mr. President said, he should go and implement, he should obey the rule of law. What is the rule of law? When the law is against the people, how would they obey it? I am the acting party chairman of PDP Bonny local government. there is a ruling in appeal court against Chief Aaron as the chairman of PDP, River State. But they are still occupying PDP secretariat. With the federal mines coded by the president, they are still occupying PDP secretariat at Aba Road. So who is obeying the rule of law? Who is disobeying the rule of law? What we are saying that Mr. President should understand that the governor is an elected governor. He was elected by the people of River State. And Nigeria is a federating unit. And he cannot, in good conscience, with due respect, ordering Mr. President, the governor, he should go and obey, he should go and do this, when the laws are against humanity and man. Why would they obey laws that are against humanity? It's just that the governor, Mr. Fubara, coming from a very peaceful ethnic nationality, you know. But Mr. President should also realize that the present governor, Simala Fubara, comes from a clan that hosts the NLNG, which is Bonny. He comes from a clan that holds the total of on project and other places. We have so much that will contribute to this nation. And it is a very grave disrespect to the people of River State. Well, the Supreme Court has spoken. That's Supreme Court of man. It's unfortunate that the Supreme Court of Nigeria is now what will I call it? A bleaching cream that it bleaches certain places black, certain places Coca-Cola color, certain places white. So the world have seen what we have, but there is always the Supreme Court of God. And I pray that the judiciary, leaders of this nation, former chief judge of this nation, Supreme Court judges should please call on the Supreme Court to revisit their decision, because it's only God. Even at that, God forgives. So they should revisit it, because I see crisis. I see crisis. And I pray the workers of River State, the people of River State, do not lose their patience. You know, let me also come in. To me, I feel that Mr. President has a very serious disdain against the Ijaw people. I'm an Ijaw man. Because I've followed Mr. President's trace, I think that Mr. President, with due respect, is coming for a vindictive mission. Because it's clear that he's against the governor. The governor cannot be ordered like a houseboy. Go and implement it. Go and do this. Go and do this. Okay, on this case of Lagos, Obasa and others, did he not blame the governor of Lagos State for acting too fast against Obasa? Has he not restored Obasa? So what happened? Why is he not blaming the one that is at fault? He should be able to speak the truth and stand by the truth. I think, for me, Mr. President still has a disdain against emanating from the OPC Ijaw War 1994-96. I think so. I'm a historian. The same Mr. President led group against President Jonathan and the German as presidents. The same Mr. President, again, is leading, is by his body language, by every ramification, that the Ijaw governor should be pulled down in River State. For record purposes, the Minister of Information, the Minister of FCT he's talking about, failed in his ward, failed in his unit, failed in his LGA. Those results were manipulated results. The entire Rivers people are aware. But I, as chairman of Bonny PDP, with 12 wards, Labour took all the 11 wards. I won my ward for President Tinubu against my political belief as a PDP chairman. I have my result. And I'm praying that one of these days I will show that result in channels. I won my result without one soldier, without one military man, or without any charlatans. I made sure as a party chairman, I won my word for him. So what is he coming to pay us? That he's coming to tell us that the Ijaw people who stood by him against all odds, against our party, should now, he wants to pull it down. But my advice to Mr. President is that I think he has lost River State. If there's election today, he will lose River State more. He lost it last time. We know what happened. He will lose River State more. That with his body language, he is losing River State, you know, on a daily, on an hourly basis, because the governor you have is well elected by Rivers people, and Rivers people are with the governor. It is better, like Mrs. Duno, our Ogoni lady, advised him. It is better. Those advices and instructions he should give to the Minister of FCT. You can imagine that after abusing the fourth largest ethnic group in this country, and the same man the same man is coming to Ijaw territory to tell you the importance of the Ijaws. And with all federal apparatus. But we are still watching. We do not advise for anarchy. Neither are we afraid of anarchy. We are Ijaws. We are born soldiers. We are Ijaws. We are born into struggle. The Ijaw man is born into struggle. So we will not want to struggle with the lives of people. Like we emulate from former president. He said his blood do not what. His election do not what the blood of any Nigerian. And he kept to that. The same thing Mr. Governor had said. His blood too do not what. His votes or support do not what any person's blood in River State. He has been able to keep peace. He's been keeping peace. He has shown in all ramifications that he's a peace-loving governor. What we're advising Mr. President and those who are close to him should tell him, so that we'll not tell our generations that he's a complete anti-Ijaw man. The assembly issue is, I told you before, that it's a judicial rascality. We have lost the judiciary. And it's unfortunate. The loss of the judiciary is happening under, not a military man, a civilian, a Democrat. These things, Buhari never tolerated these things. Buhari respected chain of command. Even as a military man, a man who took power by coup, he respected the chain of command. It was also impossible for President Buhari, to have given Amechi all he needed to destroy River State when Wike took over. But Mr. Buhari restrained. After what happened at Abonema, 2019, the judge Wike is talking about, we lost more than 16 young men in 2019 to make him governor, to return him as governor at Abonema. So you can imagine what we are going through. My brother, I am disappointed on Mr. President. And you can see local government election. What does Supreme Court have to do? It's a purely state independent electoral commission. It ends within the state, both the tribunal, everything ends within the state. Supreme Court had no business with the local government elections because it's purely a state matter. It ends with the state. The tribunal ends with the states. It's like you taking what happened in Benue. Okay, from the judgment governors got, the Benue, the Plateau State Assembly members of PDP would have also gone to Supreme Court. Because what they denied them at the appeal court, because it was the final arbiter of every legislative process. It was what was proven for some other governors because of emergence. And they were denied at appeal. And they said they should go to God. Because by the law, it ends, the legislative matters, tribunal ends in the appeal courts. You can't take it to Supreme Court. So it's unjustful, it's surprising, but it's well. What we will say is that Mr. Tinubu, I pray that God should also keep him alive. Those who fought Jonathan, they are all paying the price. They fought paid. It's gone when we say the evil that men do come after them. Now it lives after them. All of them, plus him, who said Jonathan was that weak, he couldn't rule Nigeria. But today, Nigeria is suppressing him. He's having Nigeria at his beck and coin. Nigeria, he has not been able to fetch a bucket of water out of the well for Nigerians. Nigerians are more impoverished than before ever in the history of anything. It's just that the only thing we look at is on insecurity. The National Security Advisor is trying his best on insecurity. So what we're saying, all that had happened, the state assembly members, the judiciary, they are aware. The Supreme Court is aware that the bone of contention, section 109 of the Constitution, G1, says any day you drop the party that nominates you, you automatically lost your seat. There are landmark judgments on that. It happened in Calabar. It happened in Benue. The assembly members lost their seats. Why will the Supreme Court be in colors? So we are not comfortable at all. But in all, what the governor had swallowed, the governor going to be the assembly to ask for a return of budget is like a man who is given a pack of needle to swallow. He has swallowed so much. And Mr. President, what he is doing, Buhari wouldn't have done that. I am not a fan of Buhari because I witnessed Buhari's first time as head of state, and I knew what we went through to get a tin of milk. So for Mr. President to behave this way, then he's not a Democrat we thought he is. He's a very biased Democrat. So we feel that with all that is happening, he will have a change of heart. But with the antics and body language, except that he will bring the soldiers to kill the entire River State, and nobody can do that. You can't kill the entire state. 2027, we will all decide how it will go. We have all decided how it goes. But I wish to repeat it more, that I have a next interview, I will bring out a copy of a result from my ward that he won without gunshot, like it happened at the minister's community. He failed. The minister failed in his community. He failed in his unit. He failed in his ward. He failed in his LG Obiakpo. Labour Party won all. And it will repeat itself again if Mr. President do not caution his inattitude towards the Rivers people.
Inside the Niger Delta,